School drive. Merits J. I do your way. Shebi we go play sports today. Ask Shegun Awolabi as the matter be. Shegun go tell you point blank for Super FM. Super FM 93.3. Super FM. Them go inform you, them go influence you, them go inspire you. Super FM. Number one family radio. Super FM. Super FM. They right to ride there.
Everyone needs a superhero.
You've heard about it. It's real.
It is.
It's
Super FM, Nigeria's #1 family, lifestyle, talking, urban radio station.
It's Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. Good morning and welcome to the review for the week. It's the first day of the week, first day of the working week for many people, maybe even most people, right? But whatever the case, it's the first day of the week as I've chosen to look at it today. Welcome. It's Monday, the 5th of December, 2022. My name is Obi Ivy. And let's look at the headlines this morning. I have a limited time, so I will try and be as quick as possible. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, as well as on the mobile app. So for Facebook, YouTube, just go Super FM PH. Our mobile app is Super FM Global. Go download the app as well as install it so you can be a part of the show and watch the show live as well. I've got all the headlines on the social media as well. Drop your comment on Facebook. Drop your comments as well as on the mobile app. Quickly, I'm starting off today from the Leadership newspaper. And we've got quite a number of interesting headlines. NBA president donates PPEs to Garki Hospital. We've got insecurity. Stakeholders urge federal government to restrict influx into Abuja. Quite a number of interesting bits. But let me look at this one this morning. It says the IGP unveils security plan as Abuja Kaduna train service returns. Inspector General Usman Baba has assured the public of adequate security and ordered immediate deployment of armed personnel drawn from the Police Mobile Force, K9, Force Intelligence Bureau, Explosive Ordnance Unit, and Railway Police Command for the commencement of railway services from along Abuja Kaduna rail lines today. The force spokesperson, CP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, who revealed this in a statement last night, said the Nigeria Police Force has been in regular talks with the Nigeria Railway Corporation and other security agencies in preparation for the commencement of operations. He also stated that deployment covers major railway stations along the route and operational coaches to provide adequate security for passengers, for their property and the entire service in order to prevent any unforeseen circumstance. Okay. All right, moving away real quick now. Oyetola admits looting of government quarters, says Oshu governor's spokesman. Now, the Oshu State government said it has been vindicated about what it called recent exposure of large-scale looting of government quarters, including that of the governor, the deputy governor, and other quarters. Now, the state's government alluded to a press statement issued by Oyetola's Commissioner of Information, Funke, that was issued on Sunday, where the admission reads as follows. It is also, and I quote, "It is also important to note here that the state commandant of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, was officially informed of the looting of the official residence of Deputy Governor Boyega Alabi and other quarters within the government house by unknown men." Now remember, this sounds quite familiar because I remember that in 2015, when this present administration took over, there were some allegations also leveled against the other administration and the people who worked with the other administration that there was high-level looting of the government house back then. And this is just so sad to hear happening in a different state. And it's also a testament of how there isn't that seamless handover and transition from one administration to another, especially when they are from different and in this case rival political parties. All right, I'm quickly moving on to the Punch right now. And there are some headlines I want to read to you. Bauchi and Gombe fight over new oil wells. Now, don't forget, oil was recently discovered in the north, and everybody's excited, especially northerners are excited. But they don't know what is coming. Should we tell them? Should we tell them what happens when oil is discovered in your domain? Well, maybe I will let them see what we in the Niger Delta have been saying. You know this popular Igbo adage that says, a woman will see what her fellow women are experiencing. So maybe we shouldn't tell them what happens when oil is discovered. Let them discover. Let them find it out for themselves. But it is quite interesting that they never break. Now, 4 oil wells are in Gombe. Boundary Commission, 4 oil wells are in Gombe. Now, Boundary Commission, hypocritical, says Governor's Special Advisor. Kolmani is in Gombe. Late NNPC GMD misled Buhari. Niger Delta scenario looms. A crisis appears to be brewing over the ownership of the Kolmani oil and gas field as both Bauchi and Gombe states have started laying claims to the oil well. Officials and residents of the two states have also accused, accused each other of attempting to appropriate the site, which is said to contain 1 billion barrels of crude oil reserves and 500 billion standard cubic feet of gas. The development is coming barely 2 weeks after the president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, inaugurated oil exploration at the Kolmani oil field by the Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC Limited, and its joint venture partners. Welcome to the Niger Delta, our dear northern brothers. All right, I'm moving away right now to the Daily Post this morning, and I'm taking the story that says, why I may not use Nigerian hospitals if elected president. And this is by the PDP presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar. He has said, this is my life, my health we're talking about here. You know that we have shortcomings in Nigeria. We do. You know that we have shortcomings. And he has explained that health facilities that cater for his health may not be available in Nigeria. Just check out. Just Negodi, our could-be president. And he said this on a TV town hall meeting, a Rice TV town hall meeting, town hall debate. And he said that Nigeria's healthcare system has limitations. The former vice president was asked if he would use Nigeria's medical establishments as president to de-emphasize the use of foreign hospitals. And he said, and I quote, "We have limitations. We know we have those limitations. Health facilities that cater to my health may not be available." Oh, roads to presidency 2023. Anyways, moving on. Wike Governor Otom fires back at APC over errand boy comments. The Benue State Governor Samuel Otom has lambasted the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State for describing him, a whole him, as an errand boy to the governor of Rivers State, Governor Nyesom Wike. Now recall that the chairman of the APC Benue State chapter, Austin Agada, has alleged that Otom abandoned governance in Benue State to run errands for his Rivers State counterpart. Reacting to the comment, Otom, in a statement issued on Sunday by Special Advisor, Media and Publicity, Teva Akase, lambasted the APC leader, saying he leads the party as a man leading a group of thugs. Wow. Man, these politicians. Anyways, let me move away from there. ASU versus federal government. No sincerity, no accountability responsible for crisis. And this is coming from the presidential candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, Rabiu Kwankwaso. And he has said the lingering dispute between the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, centers on insincerity and accountability. And he disclosed this yesterday at the Arise Television, town hall debate. And he said that tackling corruption in the education sector is necessary as it would ensure effectiveness. Anyways, I've moved away from this one right now to our local news here that says Governor Wike confers state honors on 162 distinguished Nigerians. And in the course of that, he reiterated his appreciation for His Excellency the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, saying that he is grateful and that he does not regret. He's not taking back his gratitude to the President for his release of the 13% derivative, saying if not, doing all these wonderful projects in the state would have been very, very difficult for him. And as I said, he, awarded a few very distinguished citizens, Distinguished Service Star of Rivers State Awards, and quite a lot to others, to one of whom happens to be his wife. And I saw a video yesterday trending on social media, specifically on Instagram, where he was saying, he was telling his dear wife, and he was saying that to the entire audience, saying, my wife, agreement is agreement. You will take care of me this night. You know that I have played my part. You will do your whole part this night. Oh my goodness, Your Excellency. You're a man of such a way. Anyways. All right, moving away, there's a press release, quite an interesting one here, that says Sim Fubara's continued hiding is a cause for concern. The 2023 governorship election in Rivers State is one that will test the mettle of the political sagacity of politicians. It's an election that will provide an opportunity for the ruling PDP to prove that it has performed and delivered on every facet of development. It's an election that the people's vote is expected to count, considering the introduction of BVAS, which will eliminate ballot stuffing and thuggery during elections. Now, the APC campaign council in Opobo Nkoro local government area is further dismayed for the continued hiding, quote and unquote, of the PDP gubernatorial candidate, Sir Siminalayi Fubara. And they said, we are concerned because as a man who intends to consolidate on the Nyesom Wike's administration, occupy the exalted office of the governor of Rivers State, he should be everywhere telling the people what he wants to consolidate on. Apparently, the structure of the party, according to members of the PDP, the structure of the party, the good works of this administration, will serve as campaign enough. There's not much to say. Anyways, moving away right now, World Disability Day. We need empowerment, not sympathy. People living with disabilities have called out, and they're calling for the implementation of disability bill. And Atiku Abubakar is using this opportunity to appeal to those living with disability that they should not vote for the ruling All Progressives Congress because they have failed to pass that particular bill. They have failed to pass that one to law, implementation of disability bill. And as Nigeria joins the global community to commemorate this year's International Disability Day, people living with disabilities, PLWDs, have said that what they need is empowerment and not public sympathy. And they make up a very significant population in this country and globally. And they are some of the most gifted and talented people anywhere in the world. In fact, in Nigeria specifically, when the able-bodied men and women go for Olympics, they don't seem to do as well as people living with disabilities. They come back to Nigeria with medals upon medals, speaking of just a little bit of what they are capable of doing, with or without their physical challenges. And we're pleading, and I'm also using this opportunity to call on the federal government, the Senate, to do what needs to be done for these people. You see a lot of facilities in this country different parts of the country. You see facilities, huge facilities that welcome a huge population, but with very little or no provision for people living with disabilities. You see places having stairs, and they're not wondering, they're not thinking about those who may be wheeled in, sitting on their wheelchairs. And these people are significant and just as important. If they have money to spend, if they have stuff to do in those facilities, I mean, we should make provision for people living with disabilities in every single public space, whether state-owned, whether government-owned, or private-owned. That's how we include them in what's happening. All right, herders kill motorcycle rider in Rivers community. Suspected herdsmen reportedly killed one Mr. Emeka Wobido, a motorcycle rider in Obele community, Emohua local government area of Rivers State. And it was alleged that the herders have been leading their herds to graze in people's farm in Obele, and that the farmers had revolted against the grazing on their farms and allegedly killed some cows in the face-off that ensued. And it was also gathered that the development was reported to the authority of Emohua Local Government Council for intervention, but two suspected herders stabbed Emeka Wobido to death on farmland lying between Obele, Emohua Local Government, and Elele Town in Ikwere Local Government area on Friday for the killing of their cows. Wow. Now, killing of cows is wrong. That's another form of taking laws into your own hands. But there is no way, in no part of the world, except maybe as we see in Nigeria in recent times, do the lives of cows equate to one life of a human being. Only in Nigeria do we seem to see that these things are happening. And it is condemnable to the very, very core of it. All right, quick recap. Federal government's shift of poverty blame to governors. They're saying that the federal government, it is within the purview of the federal government to tackle poverty and hunger in the land. And this is a comment made by the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Gregory Obi, saying it is in the federal government's hands. Federal government should not shift it. Remember last week, a statement was credited to the federal government saying that state governors are, competing amongst themselves who to build the highest flyovers and the different numbers of flyovers in their various states while there is hunger in the land. And while a lot of people seemed to agree with that statement, some people have said, well, it is still the federal government's responsibility to tackle hunger. Vandals destroy 6 transmission towers and kill 1 person in Rivers State. The Niger Delta Power Holding Company, NDPHC Limited, yesterday said that vandals have destroyed 6 electricity transmission towers connecting Afam to One in Rivers State, leaving one of the vigilantes guarding the lines dead. So sad. Tinubu says votes from one Kano local government is more than entire Southeast. Okay, this is coming from a commissioner. Now, Kano State Commissioner for Information, Mohammed Garba, has said that the state will vote massively for the All Progressives Congress presidential candidate, Bola Tinubu, as just one local government can provide votes larger than that of the entire Southeast. Igbo Kwenu. Can you people hear that? Anyways, this is how much I can take. But there are quite a lot to look at this morning. So I want to urge you to go over to our social media and drop your comments this particular morning. Issues responsible for poverty in federal government's purview, I already said that. Article 2, PWD says don't vote for APC. They refuse to implement disability bill. Court orders DSS and police to pay 150 million naira damages over death of aide to Kanu's lawyer. Moving on right now, this one here says... The Defense Headquarters, Army has never forced rescued women to abort pregnancies. Wow, interesting, very interesting. Students arrested for criticizing Aisha Buhari regains freedom. Go read up on all the headlines on our social media, Facebook, Super FM PH, or Super 93.3 FM on Facebook. And I'd like to take your comment. But the phone lines are officially open. Drop a comment with me also on the mobile app, Super FM Global. I want to take it. All right, the phone lines are 081 174 31021 and 0705 Send me a text, SMS, or WhatsApp 0905 Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Good morning, Obi.
Good morning, JJ. Real quick, welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Police deployed to man or guide train as they resume today. That's Abuja Kaduna train, right?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, I also remember, Obi, you also will remember too with me, that as at the time they had that train accident that stopped this train operation, the former Minister of Transportation was there at the site, right?
Well, yeah.
And he said that he demanded 3 billion. That if that 3 billion was given to him, that this thing wouldn't have happened. True or false?
True. That's what was said.
Then at the
I was
end of the day,
reported.
I don't know if they have given him the 3 billion, no,
Well,
so that this will not happen again.
He's not still the Minister of Transportation, is he? Now your guy, you did this like this, so JJ. Now your man be that,
I
too.
am just asking based on what I heard. That if he was given the 3 billion, that this thing would have happened. But right now they want to start. Are they giving him the 3 billion? I'm just asking for a friend.
Okay, asking for a
But
friend.
I tell you that Gombe and Bauchi will not go the experience of Niger Delta.
Okay.
Because the president also said it, made it as a remark on the day they were commissioning and drilling that well, that he's telling them that it should not go the Niger Delta way. Conclusively, Obi, Steve Fubara is not hiding anywhere. Steve Fubara is campaigning from length and breadth of River State and is doing the yeoman's job, for goodness sake.
Right.
Steve Fubara was the award night and he took award. How is he hiding, for goodness sake? If they are fighting on campaign, does the law say he has to be there?
All right,
So
then.
for me, he has better things to do and allow people to do their own campaign. That is why I like him, because he believes in delegation of duties and people are carried along in the process of doing his own thing.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Koto Ghost Luga calling from Oborina.
Welcome, sir. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. We can confirm state honors on 162 distinguished Nigerians.
Yes, please.
I want to ask, is Yahaya Bello distinguished? Yahaya Bello, who has not been able to take good care of Kogi State, and Wike is telling us he has
That's subjective and it's very relative. Some people will think of him as the best governor that they have had in their own state.
Yes, some people will think of him
Just the way that the
but for me, I'm
governor
not
has also been said to be, the best thing that happens since sliced bread to Rivers people.
I think Wike is a joker on that particular issue. And Sim Fubara continue hiding a cause for concern. Sim Fubara will not even come out. Someone who is not able to address public, or someone who cannot be able to speak to the public, why do you think he will come out from hiding? He's hiding. A flag up going on in his LGA for his campaign. He couldn't attend. And you are telling me, my friend,
maybe he was unavoidably absent. He was dealing with other issues relating to the matter.
Sim Fubara is in the state. He is just hiding. He cannot address the public. Sim Fubara cannot make a speech. Is this someone that will govern a state like River State, that will have men of integrity, that will have men that matters at the federal level?
All right.
I think we are jokers in this part of the world.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Good morning, madam.
Welcome. What's your name, sir?
This is Godwin Jr. calling from 11th of the Provincial Council.
Very good to have you on the program. Go ahead, please.
Let me clear issue on that local government. It's local government money. I will start from my state, River State, where I come from. The governor of River State, entered office in 2015. He told all the state government chairmen not to embark on any project, reduce sanitation, and pay the workers. Buhari is saying to some local government 2 or 3 billion naira. That most of them, he was giving 300 million, 100 million. Then after the election of 2018, then he said he's not going to give them autonomy because they did not do election. But did they know how he managed a APC out of the contest? That they did not consult with anybody. Therefore, they have to pay 500 million each. 500 million every month.
Are you making an allegation, or you have facts
Not
to back?
allegation. Then this year I'm coming this thing. Then in one of these, he couldn't local government chairman and 4 others go out and make just of committee out of the local government chairman. They arrive at 300 million each every month. So as I'm speaking to you now and river people now, when you say 300 million from local government, which metamorphose now 690 million.
That is a
every
strong.
month
That
for
is a
local
strong
government account.
allegation. That the governor
I
has said
have to record.
categorically that he does not take money from the local government area.
They are paying into second by that footballer is getting a for there is PDP, governor down. Everything that been signed and
All right. I have to let you go so I can take other comments as well. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Hello, good morning, Obi.
Good morning. Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Colin Barapupi. I'm calling from.
All right. Good to have you on the program. Go ahead, please.
Wiki conferred on 162 honors award.
Yes, please.
This misplacement of priority. Those that were honored with their awards enjoy with Wiki today, but eventually they part ways with him tomorrow. The Rivers State House of Assembly.
But it's not really
recognize
true. It's not true that he gave those awards to people that are in good terms with him. There are some people who are not even, affiliated to him.
Eventually, this person's part away with him tomorrow. Obi, you will not believe what Rivers State House of Assembly will do. Certainly, they will recognize them.
Again, don't forget
Just
that the
like
governor
what
is
happened
handing
to
over
Mayor.
in a few weeks.
No,
I
just
can
like
say
what
weeks,
happened to Mayor.
because it's a matter of about 16, maybe 30 weeks or thereabouts. And I mean,
Okay. Now, again, what valuable is this honor to Rivers State problem? When we are
you trying to
complaining
tell
of
me
no
that?
employment,
Are you trying to tell me?
pensioners are
Hold on a
crying
second.
daily.
Hold on a second.
How-
Are you trying to say to me that some of the people who have distinguished themselves even in the private sector, using their monies to achieve great community developmental projects, that they don't deserve commendation from the state government, that is a misplacement of priority? Is that what you're saying?
Obi, this is not valuable to Rivers people. Especially now that we are crying of employment. No employment anywhere in Rivers State.
All right.
Youth are crying of no employment. Pensioners are crying daily of their pensioners. And you can attest to some of these facts.
All right, then. All right. Thank you. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Okay, good morning.
Wala Wokoma. Go ahead, please.
Not only Autumn Emmanuel, all the five integrity governors, they are boys. They are boys to Onyeson Wike. Since they started this battle, it is the voice of Onyeson Wike that we have been hearing. Has he heard any of their voice? Onyeson Wike is fighting for justice and equity. Let them start their own from different directions, not oppositely. But Onyeson Wike has been talking. We have not heard their voice. All that they are doing is to left what they're supposed to do in their state, following Onyeson Wike here and there. So the person that made that statement is very, very right. They are Onyeson Wike's voice.
All right, then. Thank you. Wenke Wana Column says, press release, SIM continuous hiding is a case of concern. SIM is just like COVID-19 palliative, hidden by governors. When a man is giving what he can't carry, that's how he will always hide to avoid the weight of the load. Wow. I've got this one here. Grace Ewon says, let me join OBJ to tell Nigerians not to vote next year based on emotion. Factual political experience, human developmental evidence, leadership with capacity, leader of leaders, a political game changer should be put into consideration when a voter wants to cast his or her vote. For me, I have identified Senator Bola Tinubu. All right, moving away from that one. Speaking about Senator Bola Tinubu, one of the chieftains and one of the heavyweights in APC has dumped the party, saying that the party is trying to sell a comedy of gaffes. Selling comedy of gaffes, saying that the recent mistakes by the president is just not something he wants to continue to make excuses for. And this is someone who has invested money in the party quite significantly. Moving away this time around. And by the way, that's... okay. Moving on now, Christian Williams says, it's laughable to hear Bauchi and Gombe State fighting over oil that was just discovered last month. They can now understand how we have been oppressed in the Niger Delta State. Niger Delta states for years now. Sydney Iyoyo says, Truly, Fubara is hiding behind Wike's back and has no agenda or master plan. Okay, moving on right now. I'm trying to take some comments from my new Dumle says, EFCC phobia. The man is in political and fraudulent isolation. Wow. Does it mean that he wasn't seen at the event of the DSSRS Awards? Rivers people are wise. All right, moving on. Binoye Ogu says, Atiku Abubakar has no reason whatsoever not to use Nigerian hospitals if elected as president. He is invariably saying our health infrastructure will rather remain the same or deteriorate. These politicians make it look like fixing Nigeria is rocket science. And again, I want to ask Atiku Abubakar, if you will not use it, is it good enough for me? Is it because I don't have money or I'm not the one running for president? That is why it's okay for me to use it. Why not we all say, let's find a way? Plus, we'll do whatever we need to do to ensure that the hospitals are good enough for our leaders. The hospitals in this country are good enough for our leaders. So that people who have money will also save money for flight, save accommodation, save money for logistics and every other thing, and use the facilities here in Nigeria. Keep the money within the system. Don't you think so? Good luck, Lele says, it's very unfortunate when man who called himself a leader just imposed EFCC candidate on Rivers people in the name of his personal interest. All right, it's a pretty long comment, but thank you very much. Seb Maxon says, vandals destroyed 6 transmission towers, kill 1 in Rivers State, and herders kill motorcycle rider in Rivers community. It seems there is a security challenge currently ongoing in Rivers State, but the government of the day devotes its attention on politics and election. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Welcome.
My name is Ogechi. I'm calling from Aba.
Sorry, I didn't get your name. Say it again.
My name is Ogechi. I'm calling from Aba.
Ogechi. All right, welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
Please, I want to comment on that. The type man being killed in Emo.
Yes, please. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Please, I hate it when they equal the life of a cow with human being, and nobody's making any statement about it, even the police. This matter will just start within the community. Every day, people are losing their lives inside their house. The rearing of cow is a private business.
Right.
I don't know why they use it. I don't know why they will always use their cow to spoil other person's business. Please, I want to just voice to say that the government should look in. Make a law that will restrict them.
All right, then.
And another headline I want to commend is Atiku saying that the hospital that will take care of him is not in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame him. I blame the lawmakers of the people making our laws, trying to make our laws. If they have made a law that once you are in any government office, that you must treat yourself within the country, and ask the president to sign, and the president refused to sign it, I will blame the president.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Super FM. All right, lost that particular call here. Governor Wike dishing out honorary awards to the same characters that he accused of misappropriation of public funds is most laughable, and I'm wondering where he got the honor to give to another after hiding Simfura, his candidate, away from the public. Chile Edwin, thank you. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Hello, good morning. Okay.
Good morning. Comrade Tambari, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Press release, Sim Fubra continue hiding a cause for concern. Well, that has been the situation because as regard to the complaint we are having in Rivers State, as regard to local government funds being tampered by governors, this is one of the problems Sim is having because he has become the EFCC candidate as regards to this effect. And however, no local government chairman will tell you that the governor is having hand or tampering their funds because they were duly appointed, not elected by anybody, which the governor always attacks them with if they try to come up with any negative ideas against the governor. Yeah. So in this case, you do not expect that Sim will have an open face in public where people are, because he knows that all the funds made for this local government that they deduct monthly from the local government is in the hand. He was the accountant general of the state.
All right,
and
then.
he knows about most of the funds in the state.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Yeah, good morning, Obi.
Welcome, Susie. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. You mentioned my name already. I think it's very important to correct some of us because I don't understand when Tim Fubara has become an EFCC candidate. Correct some of us, no matter how emotional it is. So let me also say that, yeah, it's very, very important to understand that political evolution is one thing that is pro-social. And to that extent, the governor has a right to actually give awards to persons that he deems fit. The political inclination as far as the world is concerned, like I mentioned, evolution, always metamorphose from one state to the other.
Absolutely.
People are being beaten black and blue because of the fact that some of the steps taken by the governor recently, they've not really read them. But if you look at the primitive eras and modernization to the contemporary era, those are thoughts and plans by individuals. Today we are embracing them. Politics is not even part of our tradition and culture here in Africa. We have our practice of culture and tradition, but we embrace the Western culture, which is called politics, and then begin to have conflict in our community. So some of the action taken by the governor, whether it is award of over 2 million people, award of over 100,000 people, whether it is River State money or not, the issue here is that this is the reason why people like Islambo will say, look, let us begin to adopt some of the political practices of Yeto Wike into our curriculum in the university, which I also want to believe that it is very, very important. On the part of person like Sim Fubara shouldn't, people should, APC is just breaking their head black and blue, saying that Sim Fubara is hiding. The flag up in Opobo, where there are not people who are from the PDP that are there standing, even when Sim was not there. And Sim has been going around the three local government during the previous session of the GDI.
All right, thank you so much. So my last caller. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sarah Barry. Welcome.
Barry. Yes. Yes. I want to really commend Atiku Abubakar for being sincere. You know, like always saying, yes, I will do my medical in Nigeria. He's sincere. We're not supporting him. At least for once, I'm taking this that is sincere.
Right.
To say that, no, we don't have the equipment. To since the APC said they are deciding, Sim is really missing. It's not just, he's missing. I don't know if he's contesting election.
But a lot of people are seeing him, and a lot of people are hearing him talk to them. A lot of people are.
No. But seeing him how he campaigns, isn't it? Other candidates are out there being talking to so that people will hear you, know how you can relate. And Sim is nowhere to be found.
Sarah Barry, let me ask you, Sarah Barry, how many political candidates have you been following? Really? Have you been following all of them, including the Action Alliance, including AAC, ZLP? Have you followed all of them?
Okay. Oh, can I answer now?
Yes, please.
Can I answer? You see, physically, technology has made us that we can be in the house and we are still actively live on some program. We've been seeing other candidates on social media. We've been seeing them by our streets, by our walls.
I've been seeing Sim on social media.
Wait, now where?
I've been seeing him on Facebook, on Instagram. People who go and video him at campaigns have been posting on social media.
At campaign?
Yes.
Now I need to come and talk. Either you send me links.
I will send it to you on WhatsApp. Don't worry. But thank you so much for your comments. And thanks a lot to everybody who has joined the review this morning. Unfortunately, there's not enough time. There's never enough time for us, to air our views as they concern the headlines this morning and issues that affect us in this country and in this state. But I appreciate you, and I apologize for the short time. We'll do it again tomorrow, I promise you. And hopefully we're going to have maybe a little more time, and I'm hoping for that so that we can talk as much as we want to. But thank you. Up next is I Am Properties. Do not change the dial. I'll be back at 9 o'clock, and we are going to look at this issue of local government funds. Don't go anywhere.
Everyone needs a superhero.
You've heard about it. It's real.
It is.
It's
Super FM, Nigeria's #1 family, lifestyle, talking, urban radio station.
Super FM 93.3. Ozagaga again. Hobby Ivy, Obi Ivy. Anytime you talk for radio, you dey high me. You make me hungry. I need an Ivy. I want con chop for super breakfast show. Somebody tell I just sugar. Say she dey melt my heart with her lingua. Her voice so cool, like say na winter. Na mid-morning show, we still a shiva. Sky, Osisi Kanko one Pico Biaka Lawa. Go afternoon waka. Body go. Make I enter your moto, so you go take me on a super evening drive. Now DJ I hear you tight there. Anytime you